Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a fantastic day so far, and thank you so much for tuning in. And today is a well-promised video, so I asked you guys if you had any questions to ask me, so I could follow up on my first Q&A. But this time I thought I could do something a little bit different, since I don't want to just come here and talk about myself. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to react to some of your guys' experiences regarding metal. So I asked you to first ask me a question if you wanted, and second, if you wanted to share a story, a reflection, or an experience regarding metal. For example, how did you start your journey with metal? And so on. So it was a free speech if you wanted to share any story, and you did. Thank you so much to everybody who sent comments my way. And if you don't want to miss another opportunity to ask me anything or share a story, you could try to stay tuned regarding my community posts. And you can ask me in the comments here in this video, or add anything that you would like me to react in the future. So we could bond here more in this community. So first comment that we have here is from King Lalo 97. I hope I've said your name correctly, so sorry if I didn't. Thank you so much for commenting. So you say hi. Hi, love your content, thank you so much, I really do appreciate it. When was the last time a song made you cry listening to it for the first time? The last time was Tides of Time by Epica. The latest live version did it. It's from Symphonic Synergy. I think Simone really outdid herself in this song. And if you guys didn't check it yet, I'm going to link it below. You should really try, or even here if I can. I'll tag it here. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. But yeah, it was the last time I cried listening to a song, and it wasn't a long time ago, and it was because of nothing really. Just this song is amazing. So yeah, that's my answer for you. So now I think it's you sharing your story. So I recently lost someone important to me. I'm really sorry for that, and I hope that you have an amazing support group beside you. And I mean, yeah, sending you a big hug. I'm really sorry. For some reason, I'd never heard Laguna Sunrise by Sabbath before. It instantly brought me to tears. I actually checked this song, and it's really beautiful. I understand why it did. I also recall the first time I listened to metal. I was barely a teenager, and this friend of mine from back then was into American culture's latest trends. Someday we were navigating online, and he played this music video I'd never seen before. It was All Nightmare Long by Metallica. Yeah, I know the song. Back when it was released, and it scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I understand why. So you continued to say, to me, metal is all about being mature and realizing that indeed the world is all happiness and joy. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I agree that when you step into more dark songs, not dark in a way that they are bad, but when they explore more deep emotions, those that almost everybody say that you should just put aside. Yeah, it kind of is a mature way of enjoying music, I would say. Yeah, I agree with you. I think us metalheads catch on to that early on in life, but for some reason We are told by society, yeah, that it isn't okay to ponder topics like death or the longing for purpose or meaning, etc. Yeah, true. Yes, metal is more often than not intellectually stimulating music, both lyrically and compositionally. Yeah, I agree totally. And I really don't understand how people can say like metal is noise when we have like so many amazing artists doing such great job. But at the end of the day, I believe that we all tend to be attracted to what resonates more with our soul. And as long as we are all doing that, it doesn't matter if it's metal or not. I think it's a great thing. But I agree with you. It's not superficial. It's at all. If you really try to get into it, you'll feel all the things. So that's one of the amazing things about metal, I think. So yeah, that's really a great point. Thank you so much for sharing this. It's a great way to start this video and a great way to start an healthy discussion, I hope, in the comments. You also said, I believe that confronting reality and accepting its inherent darkness is the only way to truly embrace life and light. Metal invites us to do that. True. By the way, King Crimson is my favorite band ever. Nice, they're not just a metal band. I'm aware that they're labeled prog rock, yet they're undoubtedly heavy metal pioneers. That's the beauty of their music. So when I checked your comment before, and I even responded to you, and then I went to check this band, and because by the name I thought I didn't know them, but actually I do. I do. I already had listened to songs of theirs, and they're amazing, and I totally see where you come from, and yeah, I'm really glad that they're kind of one of your supports as a band. They can go from super nihilistic metal improvs to hauntingly beautiful melodies and lyrics. Yeah, they're their own thing, really. If you haven't checked them out, I thought I didn't, but as I explained, yes, I already did. And so you recommended to listen to their album Red. I actually, when I was working, I put a little bit of the album, and yeah, it's great. My favorite song of theirs is Fallen Angel. I checked it out. Thank you so much for the suggestion. This one I already listened to, and I really appreciate it because sometimes I feel like I'm always listening to the same stuff. And I really need to get out of my shell a little bit. And this one is a great suggestion for that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much for your support. And again, I'm so sorry for your loss. And I really hope that you have a great support group beside you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comment. And you also said, keep it up. Thank you so much. I'm trying to. I'm recording at night, which I never do. Let's see how this goes and how you feel. If it's okay, like the lighting and stuff. I was afraid because I don't have natural light right now, so let's see. And you also said, I love Happy Cut too. Obsidian Heart off of a Spiral empowers my soul. I published a cover of the song a month ago, I think, and I wasn't expecting to cover this song for now, but it just happened. So yeah, I felt the same. So again, thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you. So next we have Leo Vitiello. I hope I'm saying your name right. So sorry if I'm not. You had some questions for me. I hope I can answer them. Let's see. How have you learned singing? At music school? I think you went there, or through private lessons, or by yourself, or maybe all of the above. Yeah, probably. I'd love to hear how you crafted that beautiful voice of yours. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I really appreciate your continued support, and I see you in the comments. So thank you so much for letting me know and supporting me. So how have I learned singing? I would say that it's probably a mix of things, but I could give you like the whole picture. Um, so when I was 10 years old, I was singing like Within Temptation and Nightwish. And I would sing End of an Era's concerts by Nightwish from start to finish. I remember that the only part that was really hard for me was those really high pitches at the end of Phantom of the Opera. And back then I was like, this is normal, right? I kind of can reach the same notes as her. I can sing kind of like her. I didn't feel like it was anything special at the time. Then my family started pointing out that, hey, you can sing, you're singing, you can do a lot of things that she can do, and she's a singer. And I was like, okay, I like to do this. I love to do this. I'm doing this because I love it. So that's how I was developing it. I was kind of trying to learn what she was doing, but by seeing her do in the screen. So I think that was the first phase, me being like really young and developing it by myself. Then kind of a year later at my school, I remember we had like these musical classes. There was going to be like a competition in my school, a karaoke competition. And my teacher was looking for students to join. And when he said that, it was interesting. I remember like those bells in my head. Oh, I could go to this, but me being shy, I don't think, I don't remember exactly how, but he discovered I could sing. And then he talked to me and he tried to know a little bit more about it. And I said, yes, I could sing, but I didn't see me fitting in this competition. And he kind of said, why? Just look at the list of songs and you can pick one out. And I looked at the list and I was like, oh no, I can't sing that. It was like pop and other stuff. I really don't like it, the majority of it at least. And I said like, no, I don't listen to these songs. I don't want to sing this. Thank you. I was kind of apologetic, but also, I really didn't feel like this would fit me. Mind you, I was 11, really shy. I really just wanted to be in my corner and just leave me alone. But looking back, I'm really glad for him to insist with me. And he insisted, and he asked me, okay, so you don't listen to this. What do you listen then? And I said, Nightwish, Within Temptation. And he asked me to show him a song. And I showed him Memories by Within Temptation. And he said, okay, I'm going to do an instrumental of this song. And you're going to be in the competition. And I was okay, then okay, I guess. So, yeah, it's really strange when I look back. I just remember being in this stage. It wasn't a stage, but it was like high level and a lot of students. Mind you, this was a high school and I was 11 and there was like students with 18 years old. And it was really, I mean, I think I was one of the youngest to participate. Everybody had like a screen behind them with the lyrics, and they would sing like more of on the side, like on this side they would have the audience, in the left they would have the screen. So you kind of didn't have to face the audience. But for me, I didn't have the karaoke, I didn't have the lyrics. So I just faced the audience at 11 years old and I was okay, I'll do it then. And I don't, I remember it going kind of well. In the beginning, it was kind of hard for me to, because I was really like nervous. But it kind of went well. And when I finished, I just left school. I didn't look back. I just Bye. I didn't wait for the results and I got second place and I wasn't there. So, yeah, it was a. Sorry for the long story, but this to say that after that, my music teacher talked to my parents and he insisted that I should join a music school, and I did in that same year. That's why I'm so grateful for him. This was an amazing experience for me, but also it opened the door for me to join a music school and learn more and practice a lot for 5 years and kind of lose that nervousness being on stage, because I had to sing in front of people like a lot of times. So it began to feel like more normal to me than to speak. For example, if you see here on YouTube, I started my YouTube channel 12 years ago and I started talking on my videos like more than a year, like year and a half now, more or less. So you can see for me it's harder to speak than to sing, actually. So yeah, and then I left the music school after 5 years, because then I was going to university and I was leaving my hometown, and it was, I mean, yeah, I was just leaving, and yeah, I really had to choose. At that time, I chose the safest path, and yeah, that's it. So after that, I had more experiences singing live as well, and I think that everything meshed together. Who I am now, not only vocal wise, but yeah. I'm sorry for the long story. But thank you so much for your question and for your support again. So, second question, besides singing, do you play an instrument? If not, which instrument would you like to play if you could? I don't play any instrument. Actually, I can play a little bit of piano because I had like 4 years of classes when I was really young, like before 10 years old. I don't remember the age, but I was really young. I can't actually play a lot. It's really basic, like children level quality. Unfortunately, you can see me play. You can see me play here in my channel. I say unfortunately, but I mean it's an experience, and looking back, I cherish that video in the sense that I really try to leave my box, and do something different. I'm talking about a Queen medley that I did a few years back. And I remember at the time, saw some things regarding YouTube changing policies, and maybe I couldn't use like instrumental tracks anymore. And I was like, oh my god, I have to try to play myself so I can keep uploading videos. And this year I went to my hometown for Christmas, like three weeks, and I established a plan to learn that, what you can see in the video, which is really bad, in those 3 weeks, and try to play. So I established which songs I would like to sing and play, which parts. It was a medley, so yeah, and then I practiced a lot. Yes, I practiced a lot, even though it's really bad. And then when it was coming around the time that I needed to leave my hometown, I got sick and I couldn't sing almost nothing, and I had to leave like in 2 days' time, and I still haven't recorded the video. I was really bummed, and I just tried to get better like in a day, and the second day I tried to film that. My voice isn't good in that video, but yeah. But at the time, I really did. I had two options: do it after all the work I had, or don't do it, and I will forget it in the months coming. So yeah, I that's why I have that video up. You also say, personally, I have never learned to play an instrument. A big regret, but I'm a big fan of the drums. Yay, that's really nice. It's never late to learn. I know that with responsibilities and work and such, sometimes our energy doesn't match our wants or our dreams. If it's something that you would like to do, try to see like an easy way that you can start. Maybe you know someone who has like drums or something of sorts, and you can start feeling if it's really what a thing that you would like to persevere or not. If it's something that you would like to try to make the time. Try it. I think you also say in your previous Q&A, you said one of your hobbies was writing. Yes, that's true. That particularly resonates with me, as writing used to be an important part of my life. Well, a lot of unfinished novel projects, some short stories, and a number of poems. Yay, that's amazing. That's great. What kind of thing are you writing about, or did you write about in the past? First of all, it's really great that you also have this passion, and it's another thing that is sometimes is hard to make time to. Probably you feel the same, and that's amazing. You have a lot of work done already done, and that's the hardest part, because sometimes we feel like we want to do it. I have this idea and that idea, and then you don't do it, but you already finished some stuff. So yeah, that's amazing. Why don't publish it? Create a YouTube channel and share with us. I'm kidding. Just an idea. Answering your question, I'm more of a novel type writer, I would say. I never tried to write a poem nor a short story. I started a novel. It was at the same time I started this channel. I started to write a novel, and I didn't finish it because I'm aiming for something with a lot of content, So at the time I was like working on it like full 2 weeks or something. I wrote a lot by hand, and yeah, then I had to give up because then I started university and I didn't have the time for it. So unfortunately, I mean, now I look back on that story, I don't want to continue it. For me, it's like it finished at that point. It was like a third of the story already written, and yeah, I don't think I will finish it, but it's nice to know that I started and I know what I want to do next, kind of. I like to write like it's like historical fantasy, so it's kind of based on a certain era that happened, and I try to know the really historic facts or the ways of life at the time, and then mix it up with fantasy and mythology and folklore and such and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of feel myself in the writing territory. Thank you so much for your great questions. Thank you so much for sharing also your side of things. And yeah, keep writing, start playing. Yeah, if you want. Then you also shared with us your personal experience with metal, and you say, I got into hard rock and metal quite late in high school with 2 bands, Linkin Park and System of a Down. Never late, never too late. The first one, I don't exactly remember how I discovered. Second one was because a girl I liked was a big fan of System of a Down. It served its purpose, right? I found out about symphonic metal even later, starting with Nightwish, then Within Temptation, Epica, The Lane, etc. I think what I love about it is the epicness and all the other emotions carried by the music. And specifically the music, I'll admit, I usually don't pay much attention to the lyrics. Although I can appreciate well-written lyrics when I do pay attention to them. Yeah, I think it's a thing I relate to as well. I love, to write, but when it comes to song lyrics, sometimes I don't care. I don't care that deeply, like all the meanings that it could have. It depends on the song, it depends on my mood, but at the end of the day, I want to listen a song and feel the emotions through its melodic state and its art, the voices, the instruments. That speaks volumes to me, not more than the lyrics, but sometimes I just don't want to pay attention. I think that also what happened, at least for me, I got into metal when I was a child. I didn't understand English at the time. So the majority of songs I was listening to, like Nightwish, Cradle of Filth, and others, I didn't understand the lyrics. So I just, I sang through the sound and how they made me feel at the time. And yeah, then I obviously grew up and started to learn the language. I started to notice that some parts of the songs I thought the meaning was XYZ, and then it wasn't. It happened, but yeah. Finally, what I wish more people understood. Well, I'm not asking the general public to like metal, it's all a matter of taste, and you can't blame people for not liking something, purely it's subjective. But it's really annoying that some people seem to belittle metal, yeah, and dismiss how skillful all metal musicians and singers are. No, it's not noise. except from that one song from Nightwish. Yes, it takes skill. Yeah, well said. It's really well said. I think this circles back to King Lalo's comment as well. I think that metal it's kind of easy for people to belittle, maybe because they just see the surface. They see like these people wearing black, maybe sometimes more depressed at school or something. Maybe depressed is the right word. I think it's more introverted. Sometimes I'm an introvert, and other people that I know that listen to metal are introverts. So sometimes we just don't correspond or respond the way that others think we should. And also, sometimes people take examples from like a band or a thing that they listen to for a second, and they think it's trash, it's noise, it's whatever. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, it's annoying. I agree with you. It's annoying because sometimes if it randomly comes up in a conversation and people don't know that you listen to metal, sometimes it happens. I usually try not to talk too much about music because I know that majority of people around me don't listen to metal. That's okay. That's okay. So I kind of avoid, talking about it. But when people first know me, or when sometimes they acknowledge for the first time that I listen to metal, the reactions are kind of weird, Not in a bad way. Sometimes it's like, oh, really? Whoa, I didn't expect that. Because I usually don't express myself through clothes. It doesn't happen a lot. I try to do it in my channel. It's a safe place for me. And I used to do it when I was in high school. And I mean, even before high school. Yeah, before high school, I dressed all black and black eyeliner. And then I tried to, soften it up. I mean, yeah, you are judged. We are judged for it. We are judged for listening to it by people that don't even know what metal is. So I totally agree with you. And we can't do anything about it. Just let it be. I mean, it's their opinion at the end of the day, and they they can have it. And when people judge us for it, it's their loss. Because honestly, if you're going to judge me because of what I listen to, I mean, get out. Just get out. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. It means a lot. It really does. And I don't know about you all, but sometimes it gets kind of lonely when you're surrounded by people that kind of don't understand this backstory to being metalheads. yeah, so thank you so much for sharing. And please, if you want to share anything else, feel free to do so in the comments. I'll probably use this comment section for another video, so feel free to leave questions for me and share with all of us your metal stories, your experiences, your thoughts, but let's just keep it respectful. That's the only thing I really ask. And until now, it's been great. I love to see you guys talking with each other in the comments. It's really heartwarming for me because my goal here is not just to be here, show my face and talk. It's not me at all. It means a lot to me that we can build even a small community here would be amazing. So we can all feel good sharing our experiences, talking with each other, and yeah, supporting each other. That's great. I'm so sorry if this video is getting too long. I don't know how to say everything in small words. I just talk a lot, I'm so sorry. Usually I don't, but when I have to explain myself, I usually do. Overthink and overshare everything. So I have more questions from Barbara. Hi Barbara, thank you so much for your questions. So, first question, what was the first metal song you fell in love with? I kind of remember this. I don't know if the exact order, but I remember the first metal songs that I ever listened to. I don't know if it was Iron Maiden, but I fell in love with Nemo by Nightwish. At the time, yeah, Nemo by Nightwish. Yeah, I think it was the first song that I fell in love with. Yeah. Thank you so much for your question. Next one. Which song has been the most challenge to cover so far? I think Once Upon a Nightmare. Once Upon a Nightmare by Happika. It was the hardest for me till now. I have others that I hope are on the way that I think are harder. So I'll link it here so if you can check it out. Thank you so much for your question. Third question. If metal didn't exist, which genre would you choose to cover? If metal didn't exist, and I never thought of this. I don't want to think of this, you know? Probably Disney songs. Is it a genre? Not gonna lie, I love Disney songs. Not all of them, but a lot of Disney songs. So, like Beauty and the Beast and stuff like that. So, I would be happy singing those, but still it wouldn't fulfill me. I mean, if metal didn't exist and I didn't even know what metal was, so maybe it would fulfill me, I don't know. This is a difficult question. Thank you so much, Barbara. You're making my world shake right now. I mean, classical music and stuff. There are some good ones that I would be happy singing, and I did sing those during my music school years. So I kind of would probably feel comfortable doing that. I would also feel comfortable maybe singing fado, Portuguese fado. So you've also shared with us, also metal is the reason I met my best friend from over 20 years. So I love metal. Yay! That's amazing. That's great. That's great. Metal uniting people. That's amazing. I also kind of feel the same way because it's so rare to find people around you, but at least for me, it's my experience. Maybe in your countries it's not, but here it is. It's kind of hard sometimes to connect with people that listen to metal like on a daily basis, that don't just oh yeah, I listened to it when I was young, like I grew up then. So it's really nice to have those connections and to really feel them. It's really nice. So I'm really glad for you. Another question. So it's in Portuguese. I'm going to try to translate. Hi, Mystica. Hi. A question is, which metal bands are your favorites and why are they so special for you? So for me, my favorite bands, I would say top one is Epica now. It wasn't always the first, but now I think it is. Why? I think you can kind of feel the love and the energy that they put into their music, and you can feel it growing over the years. I feel like Epica is kind of, it's growing in a way that really resonates with me. It's maturing in a beautiful way, and you can kind of see that they're like a family, you know? They really, you can see, you can feel their energy on stage. I've also already seen them live for 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. And I'm going to see them the fourth time. So you can really feel their energy. You can feel through their music and on stage. And yeah, it really resonates with me. And you have a lot of mystical elements and folklore and mythology around surrounding it. It's also something that I love. Besides the Simone's voice, I really resonate with her voice. I don't think that we have similar voices. It's not that I'm saying. It's the same type of voice though, and I feel really connected with that. Since I sing, I tend to connect with bands and artists that sing the way that I like to sing myself. So for example, Nightwish is another band that I really, really enjoy. But the truth is, I'm not connected with Nightwish as I was before, because for me, I really connect with Tarja Turunen's voice. So I really connect with I really love the old Nightwish. So another band that I really love is Within Temptation. I've been listening to them for years and years, more than 20 years by now, more. And same goes to Nightwish and Epica. But I mean, Within Temptation is really special for me. I sang their songs live sometimes, and Sharon is so sweet, you know. You can kind of feel a sweetness through her demeanor, her voice. The songs are really, at least like the old Within Temptation, it's so different. Like Mother Earth and Angels, it's so different from everything else. I think they have a unique way of interpreting metal as well. So yeah, another band that I really love is Camelot. Especially the Roy Kent era, even though I love it afterwards as well. I actually love as well like Iron Maiden and Cradle of Filth, but yeah, I would say my favorites would be Epica, Nightwish, Within Temptation, and Camelot. Yeah, Camelot was my top favorite like for some years as well. So yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate your comment and sharing with us your story, and I think that we are finished. Thank you so much to all of you for your comments, for your questions, for allowing me and us to know a little bit about yourselves and your stories with metal. I hope that you feel welcomed and protected and safe here. If you would really like to be featured in a next video, and if you don't want to, that's okay as well. Please comment down below. Let us know your stories. Ask me questions if you'd like to know the answers. Thank you all so much for your comments, for your great questions, for your insights on everything. So yeah, Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!